Okay, hi, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is another episode of Gamers ND, and today we're going to be discussing all things comics. Normally, we would maybe specify on brand, but today we're going to talk comics in general. First off, I'd like to introduce everybody that's going to be involved with this. We have um,
My guy is
Monster
sleeping.
Kalel, big ass Monster himself. We have Amok, we have Kester, we have David, we have Toib, and we have
Yo,
Fagent,
yo, yo.
Fagems. So okay. So today we're going to be. Let's start with our favorite comics, shall we?
All right.
All right. So who wants to start? Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
All right.
For me, I'm a Marvel fan, so you see, my favorite is the Superior Spider-Man
Hmm. Why?
Well,
Why is your favorite comic?
because that is when you realize that Spider-Man can do more than he actually can if he just puts his mind to it. Because in that series, it showed the true strength of Spider-Man and what he could do. So
But in
because
that,
of Peter Parker's morals, like the time he fought Dr. Octopus was inside his body
yeah,
and he fought Chameleon. He broke Chameleon's jaw with his fist. He broke the jaw. That's when Dr. Ock realized that if this guy had been using this strength for me, he'd have killed me by now. It just shows like a different look on how Spider-Man, if was to follow Dr. Octavius' roots.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Who wants to go next?
Bro, your audio is not on. Is it not loud?
From what was the question? What was
What's
the
your favorite
question?
comic? What's your favorite comic ever? It can be Superman, it can be Watchmen, whatever. What's your favorite comic ever?
comic ever.
hmm.
Hmm?
I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
Hmm. All right, let me
Favorite comic.
because I have my favorite comic ever is Watchmen. It's is a unique comic in the sense that it takes everything superhero and bends it and twists it,
Yeah. It
and
basically turns it on its head.
yeah, it turned it everything on its own and inspired a whole generation of dark comics and everybody being gritty and all that. Although nobody really liked gritty comics like that, but it was that good. The plot was straightforward and it, instead of the usual
Gra
superfluous
gra.
plots, instead of,
Mm-hmm.
instead of usual bish bish, we didn't really have it, and the ending made sense. Left it open, which was later touched on by the the series that came out last year, and Doomsday Clock, which by the way I also love. All right, who wants to go next? Who wants to go next?
I like the series. I like the series, but I had problem with the way they did my Mr. Manhattan. Had
It
problem with
made
that one.
sense. Yourself think of it. It made sense. You
Yeah,
can't.
it makes sense, but it
It
was
made
like
sense. They never
okay.
specified what. They never really specified much about him, so it made sense. I will not deny that.
Mm.
Nice. Okay.
I mean,
So
the thing about
I.
Watchmen, yeah, is
Mm.
that
Okay.
they just made the one character that is really, really powerful and didn't really bother to now center the entire story around him, except
That's the
just use him
point.
in
That was
bits
the
and
point of
pieces.
the comic. It's trying to, make things different. Originally, it was supposed to use the Carlton Comics character like Blue, Beetle, The Question, and the rest. But they had to. He now made the characters like that. So, and I'm grateful he didn't do that. I'm grateful he didn't do that with the Carlton Comic characters because we would never have gotten the Question in DC and Captain Carton. So
Besides,
there's
Mr.
that.
Manhattan is like, is it? Will I say the antithesis of how Superman is? Since it's like the story is based off like turning the whole superhero genre on its head. So Mr. Manhattan was just meant to be powerful and did not care about anything apart from that girl.
So there's also that as well. So all right, who else wants to go? What's your favorite comic? Kalel, is the name himself.
Yeah, Alpha. No
Uh,
vex,
what,
not talk bad. My
there's no
favorite
problem.
comic is the New 52. Like, is there any better comic than that?
New 52 Superman Abi.
What? It was
Yeah.
I like to, wait, we all like New 52. Like, well, there are some comics I didn't like from New 52, but I actually liked the idea. There are some I didn't like, but I like
okay.
the idea behind everything.
And of course, the
Like I
best
like I
character.
like Diana. I like Diana's part one. That was
Yeah, Brian
for
Azzarello's
Superman
run
and just
was
like
Yeah, I mean,
was
Wonder
was
Woman
top
had
10.
David, bro. Big Sally. No.
Was
No,
top
that's
10.
I know that.
All right. Okay. Who else wants to go? Who else wants to go?
Oh, let me go.
Okay.
So I'm a DC fan, and my favorite comic is Blackest Night
Mm,
because just about anything you can think about happened.
yeah.
Just
True.
about anything you can think about, and I like how they saved Batman towards the end, where they just brought him back to life, and he just killed so many main characters and went back to death immediately.
It's like that. That was the point.
It was everything
Jeff
that
Johns is one of my
possibly
favorite
happened
writers,
happening.
so I could see he has been working on it for years. He's been building towards it for years. So I can tell you that it was that good. The Blackest Night and Brightest Day, the sequel were that good.
Like, and they now really like spread out into so many other things. That and I also like Dark Knight Metal. Is it Dark Metal? I can't remember. Or Dark Knight's Metal, yes. Dark Knight's
Oh yeah,
Metal.
yeah. The sequel, by the way, is coming
The
out.
Batman Joker.
Yeah, and the sequel, Death Metal, is going to be out this month, June 16th. You should get your own copy wherever you read your comics. Okay.
Oh no, I download them from the website.
Pirated, sir.
Don't pirate, please. Say no to piracy. Say no to piracy.
Are you giving me money?
We're supporting
That's
them
very
with our
good
data.
We
We
have
should
to support
manage.
them. You know,
I
this
think-
period is sad. This period is hard for everybody, so let's support them. You know.
Corona.
Oh, they made enough money.
Yeah.
They made enough money. They made enough
You say,
money.
I understand supporting them, but then
It's actually
do you
cheap.
have
No, seriously,
Like-
comic books are actually cheap. Forget that. Forget
Yeah, no
movies
problem.
and games. They're actually quite cheap.
help me?
Okay.
I mostly buy
Yeah, no,
manga.
but you see,
based on
okay. Let's say you're
collections
buying
or
them. You
comics.
have to think about the exchange rates too, plus the fees that they will not carry, plus that.
No, if you're buying, you can buy like digital copies to keep for yourself. If you're buying online,
I get that.
it's what call it it can be as low as 99 cents all the way to $5, depending on the type you're getting. So there's nothing. It's actually cheap. Unlike maybe say FIFA now that it's I have nothing to say. Also, and the PlayStation PS5 review is going on right now. So if you're watching, I'll go check that after this recording. Okay, who else wants to go for that?
I'm within the full stream.
Who else wants to go?
It's this thing, to be honest.
Huh? Who wants to go? Who else wants to go? Who else
I
wants to go?
need to go and watch it now.
Yeah,
It's true. I
should watch
need
it.
one of the first to see it.
All right, so any longer, but I do remember that when I used to read comics, I was a fan of Spawn. Okay, I was a very big fan of Spawn comics. Like it was really very good comic, really. Spider-Man 2, yeah, I followed Spider-Man.
All right.
Okay, Hulk was also a very, very interesting story. Though
Well,
most of it,
Hulk, let me be
Depends
honest,
on the Hulk now.
Hulk comics have just become more interesting now since they went the horror movie route. So I can see that.
Mortal Hulk. I enjoyed Mortal Hulk, man.
oh,
Immortal Hulk is low, is top class.
Aside
was
from
so
Hulk from
freaky.
Spider-Man is the Superior
Yeah.
Spider-Man and the Marvel
No,
Zombie
I
comic.
naturally I
Spider-Man.
like Spider-Man because Spider-Man is like he's like
He's the
us.
most relatable
He goes
character.
through.
he's a
That's
brand
why-
nigga. Like he's meant to be Spider-Man like is
He's meant to be like us. So like
Spider-Man exactly.
He's Marvel's poster boy now.
yeah, that's true because let's be
So
honest, till the movies, Marvel only had
at least
one or two poster boys.
Marvel had people don't get that. I think up until last year, their most selling comic were Star Wars comics.
I was muted. Oh
But Spider-Man and Star Wars comic was that bad.
Okay, all right. So who else wants to go? Who else wants to go with their favorite comics?
okay,
Favorite comic.
Dark Side War.
Huh? Who else?
Dark Side War.
Huh?
Did you
Dark
just say
Side
Dark Side War?
Mine will
I'm
be
going to go
ghosted.
for a bit. I'm going to go for a bit. I have something to do now. I'm coming.
No problem.
who's
Who else?
talking?
Favorite comic. I'm
Yeah,
going
I
now.
said Dark Side War. Mine will be Dark Side War.
Oh
I enjoyed
yeah, Jeff Jones.
Oh no,
Man,
Dark
so-
Side
so
War was
happy.
very, very cool.
It was beautiful.
It was
Man,
the
That
art.
is-
The art
Them
is
crazy.
The
then
art
I
and the
get to see Ada But that, oh man.
Hello?
Because it didn't really conclude. They didn't really conclude everything like that.
No, they were not meant to. They were supposed to leave some threads that were exploding Rebirth, but some things went down in DC, like the Three Jokers, for example, was supposed to be concluded in Rebirth. They were not able to conclude it. The
Yeah.
Doctor Manhattan Doomsday Clock too was not even able to be completed. They had to shift it aside.
Oh no, it's been concluded. You go look
No,
for.
it's not part of the. It's not really part of law. They did something to sidetrack it. If you read Justice League comics, you would see it. Read Justice League comics, you'll see it.
But wait. Speaking of the ending, you know if familiar with the ending of Doomsday Clock?
Who?
Is anybody familiar with the ending of Doomsday Clock?
Everybody's
I'm
familiar
familiar
with
with the ending
it.
of
We're anticipating what they're planning on doing with that ending. You know, DC versus
It has
Marvel.
ended. Doomsday Clock has ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's the ending,
ending.
but like, what did they want to do? They brought in a new. They showed that boy.
Yeah, but
There-
Did
there's
you like
going to be
the ending?
more. I heard there's a rumor going about that Tom King is going to do a sequel to Doomsday Clock. So, but he's a bit busy now. So not now, not anytime soon. He's a bit busy right now writing the New Gods movie. He's writing it now. So I think it's not going to do much. Not really going to do much like that till maybe next year or 2 years. Once he's done with the movie, writing the movie, you'll have time. So there's that.
Has anyone read?
Who read Flash Forward? That it was.
I read it now. Yeah, it's set before they showed Manhattan, so I won't see where that is. The Flash Forward matter is still going to go on in Death Metal. This guy, Batman Who Laughs or whatever he calls himself, is going to.
Hey, don't disrespect. Don't disrespect.
I will disrespect that guy. I don't like him. I will disrespect him. I must disrespect him. I'm not supposed to like that guy. That guy is annoying.
You know what I mean? Like, I wonder what would go through their head when they were writing it. They're like, how about we get a Batman that has the Joker's that has Joker tendencies? Like, who the hell thought of that?
Because Snyder is crazy. He makes some of the best. He has made some of the best Batman comics. So yeah, you can expect something like that from him. Death Metal and Dark Knight Metal is from his head. I don't know how he thinks of these things. I have to say, he and Scott Tinion, John, is Scott Tinion, whatever he calls himself too. They are great writers. Yeah, no, Scott Snyder. Yeah, no, I don't think he has related to Zack Snyder. Don't worry. Anybody that hates Snyder, yeah. I love Snyder, but
Snyder is a bitch. Snyder is a
hey, he's going on YouTube. Hey, please, language.
Okay, language. That man ruined Superman.
I actually agree on that. I tend to agree on that. That was like Superman's portrayal in BVS is mostly what I don't like about the movie. They made him not smart
And now,
when he is. They made him
like something about that fucking movie.
Brown, which really annoyed
we
me.
don't
like
think of the master movie.
But I get what he was trying to do. I tell people, I get what he was trying to go with, but he didn't do it well. It's Superman. Superman is meant to be happy. You know,
He was trying to destroy
I don't care whether you're trying to go for a different thing, but always go with that. Although he claimed that by the time he did all his movies, Superman would be like the Superman in the comics. But let's be truthful and honest. Most people don't. Nobody's ready to wait that long to see that. Nobody's ready to wait that long. Okay. So who's your favorite writer? Mine is Jeff Jones.
Well, he has Jeff Jones.
But the fact that he gave him my favorite comic is still going to be Jeff Jones.
And David.
No, Jeff Jones.
Jeff Jones, okay.
Definitely Jeff Jones. He brought Green Lantern back from death. He did the impossible.
I actually read his run on Green Lantern. It's actually one of the greatest runs ever. In fact, I think Grant Morrison is the only person that's come a bit close to that now.
Oh, wow. I just remember Grant Morrison. Alan Moore does nothing now.
I don't like that guy anymore. So
I can't remember the name of the writer for The Flash. I'm trying to remember his name, but I can't.
Which one of them? Which one of the Flash comics?
The one that after Rebirth.
James John Williamson. I don't like that guy. His comics are generic.
Why? I mean, the
That's
Flash
already
run has
started.
been good
His
because
comics are really generic. Like they are super generic. They are interesting and fun, but they're generic. I blame him for. In fact, that's really one of the reasons why I stopped reading Flash. I'm a Flash fan, so but I had to stop reading after a while. It became generic. After Flash War, it became generic.
I never even read Flash, but I skipped down.
oh no, I just hate how they make it out. They don't try to like fill in the blanks on what the Speed Force does. I just says the Speed Force does this.
See, unless you're a movie or a series, comic books don't need to do that. They will not be filling you. It's not dropping a little hints. It's the series that has to, because not everybody is smart. Let's be truthful. Not everybody that's smart to know that. Okay. No, seriously. Like for example, now, I had an argument with somebody recently on Birds of Prey. They were arguing with me that how does Ali Kun all of a sudden know how to fight? They expected
always do that.
No, wait. They expected some kind of exposition to explain how she knew how to fight. Carl was there that day now that we're arguing.
Oh, that useless argument. Fuck. Those guys are George. They are just MCU. They're MCU, right?
They were Marvel fans anyway, so I understand. But still,
I don't
because something you notice about Marvel movies and a bit about their comics, they do a lot of exposition. God.
Not just that.
You have to understand what's going on.
Yes, I get that, but they don't need to force feed you. You don't need to be force fed to know what's going on. You should be expected to.
Yeah, the thing about Marvel movies is that they're trying to get more and more viewers, so they now try to water down their things and just make it very very
watered down things are actually better than the comics. Like for example, now Iron Man comics were boring. Let me be truthful and honest, they were boring.
That's America
before the RDJ take, and when they did that, he became everybody's favorite character all of a sudden. But most people forget that he had horrible stories. It was boring. He was a drunkard.
Yeah, he was.
Many things. He also let's not forget he was a bad guy in Civil War. Most people tend to forget that as well.
I swear, like, although in Civil War 2, which was very very disappointing.
Nobody likes that sequel. Let's not lie to ourselves. They did not try.
Yeah, and another reason why I hated Civil War 2 is because I hated Captain Marvel.
I hate Captain Marvel. She's actually she's actually badass. Forget.
See, whether she's badass or not, I hate her. God, how will you knock me out? And like, how will you knock me unconscious for months or if not years, and you still have the audacity to now vex for me for what I did?
Okay, so what will you say about Iron Man and Captain America?
So that one was different. Do you know why
what's the difference? What's the difference? Like that beat Captain. He cheated, made his AI master everything about Captain America and beat him.
Hey, that is where I'm fighting. More than that now.
And you were still vexing for him later.
Iron Man begged him first. Captain Marvel did it as if it was her right.
Actually, see, if you read her comics, you know that's how she is naturally, and it's not.
I know it's a character.
It's not her fault, though. I don't blame her. She wants to prevent evil from happening and all that. So yeah, you can get her.
But at the beginning of that Civil War 2, I think Colonel Rhodes died.
Yeah, he comes back later, Sean.
And now killed him. So I think because of that. But then, even at that, you should know better. You can't be trying to, because while they were still arguing whether or not to take bad guys before they do something bad, they now had Ulysses now had a vision of when Miles Morales killed Captain America. That thing burst my. I said, "What?"
Well, at that point, Captain America was still Hail Hydra.
Yeah. The problem is, I feel like the writers never watched Minority Report. If they had watched that movie, Civil War 2 would have been over from the start.
Anyway, that's okay. So, what's your favorite comic book run ever?
East of West for me.
Mine is Jason Aaron's store. I don't like Marvel at all. Let me be truthful. Their comics are somehow.
I swear,
their comics are somehow. But let's be factual here. They make that Thor saga was enough for me to start reading Marvel comics again. Like before, I only used to read maybe Spider-Man, and if I see some good X-Men comics and then maybe Fantastic Four, I'll be alright. But Thor was just something else. Plots on point, the characters on point, the art on point. Chai. And the guy who took over after Jason Aaron finished is also good. He writes Venom as well. So
Isn't that Jonathan Hickman? Jonathan Hickman.
no, Hickman is X
That should be Jonathan.
Fantastic Four and Secret Wars.
Hickman didn't write on the tour. Hickman didn't work on tour.
No, he didn't. It was Jason Aaron.
Only Jason Aaron.
No, Jason Aaron. It was Jason Aaron that worked on Thor from
I don't really
2012.
read that many Marvel comics, so.
I don't. It's because of him I started reading. I said, okay, maybe Marvel will be good now. And him, Jonathan Hickman, and what's the name of this guy? I heard Michael Bryan Bendis, who by the way is in DC now, so I don't really.
Yeah, I know he's doing
Superman.
Superman.
Yeah.
What's the
There
name of
was
this
a
other
Carl
one?
when Carl heard he was coming to DC. Carl was so happy, man. Like Superman,
Yeah.
Superman will not be.
Superman,
Will not be interesting and sellable.
and he's also
Yeah,
indigenous.
you see, it was sellable before, but like most people don't know that. Like they just think he's so powerful. So what can be interesting about him? So, all right.
So many people just hate him. Like they don't understand his character anymore. Maybe because they have so many
Another character that is
human
misunderstood
characters.
another character I would say is misunderstood will be Batman. Most people have never read the Batman comic. Yes.
Yeah, but they don't
A
care
lot
what
of
they're
people have not read the
fans
Batman
want.
comic, so they will assume that he's trash, he's a psychopath, or this or that.
Exactly.
So by the time you read his
Most of them
comics,
don't understand because his Batman joke. They think it's serious. They don't understand it's a side joke that just started. Like
yeah,
few
it's a
years
side
ago.
joke, and then people took it too serious. So they took it too far and started slandering him. So all right.
So, like when you start reading Batman comics, you know that this guy has seen shit throughout his time as Batman.
There's some comics that I always recommend people. Just read, by the time you read it, if to
What hasn't he
Scott
done?
Snyder, like I said, everybody, Scott Snyder can write a Batman comic, and with him sleeping alone, only him sleeping, can write it with his eyes closed. He'll write
This confidence.
with great confidence, and you will enjoy it because one, he knows how to write Batman, he knows how to make a nice Batman. Another writer I liked was Tom King. I don't get the backlash against Tom King, but I enjoyed his Batman. Many people feel like
the Catwoman
no longer Batman. Why is he in love with Catwoman?
My beef with his run is the whole Catwoman BS.
Okay, you people wanted him to marry her.
And he was. I mean,
no, they
we already knew there was
short.
sadness
Not they cut it
coming.
short, right? They had to cut it short because one, he was busy. So the ending to his run is still going to come out. So don't worry, you people will be safe. It's going to be they're going to you've heard Mask of Phantasm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the villain in that
Wait,
movie
they're going to bring the Phantasm.
Yeah, they're going to bring Phantasm. She's going to come to comics now. So you should watch out for that. Batman, Catwoman.
But chill, if you guys are angry about Batman, the White Knight, that he was in love with Harley Quinn, although it's an ultimate reality.
White Knight is different. No,
But
White
he
Knight
was
is
in love
different
with
for what
Harley
Tom King tried to do.
Tom King was
what
trying
Tom
to
King tried to
humanize
do.
Batman and didn't go fully in. He went the plot.
Fully in,
I already knew he was
just-
never going to marry her. I already knew he was not going to marry her. That something was going to come out and they will not get married.
Oh,
But
we
he went
expected that.
full in on he went full in on that plot twist and he didn't pull it off well. I will not lie, he didn't pull it off well. That City of Bane was disappointing. It was very disappointing because in the end, he ended up not being Bane. After building Bane up to be like Joker level in terms of smart and and that has the strength and everything, Unfortunately, he did not go well. He didn't do it well. All the unnecessary plot twists felt like a heist movie all of a sudden. All right.
Wait, you guys read Justice League Dark?
Yeah, that's another good comic. That's another good comic. If I tell people, another thing I've noticed since New 52 finished, Batwoman comics are boring. In fact, since the early stages of Rebirth, their comics have become boring. Yes.
I don't like the fact
Her
that
team
they're
up,
trying to
only her
bring in.
team up books are good. Only her team up books are good. In fact, after she defeated Darkseid with love, yeah, that happened. After she defeated Darkseid with love, her comics became boring.
Let's talk of that.
The stakes are reduced. In fact, her comics were the most boring aspects of Year of Villain. Seriously, don't. I'm not joking. Last year was terrible for Wonder Woman. Only if you read her, only in Justice League and Justice League Dark.
Yeah,
Just
League
Dark is still going on.
Just Wonder Woman though. Even Flash, last Flash, the president,
Flash
the
was
running
generic.
Flash comic
Flash
was also
was
boring.
interesting but generic. It was predictable, especially when you watch the show. So it became a bit too predictable. It became predictable and boring.
I stopped watching the show.
I can't stop
stopped
watching
watching
the show. The show. The reason why is that I started it, and because if I start something and I've gone this far, I can't just drop it. It's not the different case. Maybe I started season
I
one.
dropped it.
I didn't drop it.
I dropped it.
I
I dropped
didn't drop
it so fast.
and then I don't know why Arrowverse shows have that thing. By the time they enter season 3, 4, they will now slump, now be annoying and terrible. It happened with Arrow, happened with Flash, happened with what's in the show? I don't remember that show. Although I think Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl dodged it this time around. They actually get better. For some reason,
Don't say that. I can't
serious.
trust
Ask anybody. See, guy, ask
I can't
anybody.
trust you.
Let me explain what happened. So, Legends of
Supergirl
Tomorrow
not
and Supergirl remove, sort of stop doing that. You know that villain of the week nonsense they do in Flash and the Arrow now. They will bring some bad guy for the week, maybe lose the first time, and then they'll get pep talk. So they removed it.
Okay.
They removed it from Supergirl and Flash. It's just like an overarching story like that. The villain doesn't really matter like that. So like that. So that's what happened. But unfortunately, because the first couple of seasons were a bit shaky, especially for Supergirl. Especially for Supergirl. Supergirl season 1 was shaky. Very shaky.
The reason why I didn't like it, to be very honest, is because, like, for Flash now, I stopped watching it in season 4 or so.
Yeah,
And
everybody, most people that stopped in 4 because of that.
Yeah.
How can you make a villain so OP and then falls flat in the end?
Like, it doesn't make sense to build someone up, and now it makes zero sense to build somebody up. And
It was too OP.
one very,
Yeah,
very
it was too OP.
unreasonable.
It was very OP, unnecessarily OP. Like, look at how they defeated him in the end. Season 5 then, went back to basics, and 6 probably was their best season in terms of CGI.
But do you know why I clocked out of? I watched episode 1 of season 6. Do you know why I clocked out of Flash? It's because that first episode, there was a black hole in Central City.
No. See, it's a comic book. See, dude, it's a comic book. It's a comic book show. If they don't do comic booky things, have you read Flash comics? If you read Flash comics,
I read the Flash comics.
You've not.
But like, at no point have they had.
I said somebody. Let me give an example. When the Black Flash was first introduced in the comics, let me explain how he defeated the Black Flash. This guy ran to the end of the universe, like the end of time of the universe, dumped the Black Flash there right before the second Big Bang was starting. And after he did that, he ended he ran back. Just imagine that. Can you imagine something like that?
I mean, I can see, but that's the thing. That's the comic. But like this show, let me finish.
There's no meant to have too much sense. See, I've learned a long time ago.
Hold on now. I continued. Once I saw the black hole, I was like, okay, no problem. I forgive you.
But also the black hole was a human being, so I can also actually like.
Hey, come on, guy, a black hole. Come on,
a
black hole.
This is not the first time they're facing a black hole.
It's not the first time they black holes.
No, hold on, I'm not done. Now, what pissed me off was that at the end of the episode, he ran into the black hole.
Yes.
First of all, a black hole that has no surface for it to run in. Ran into the black hole.
That's what you're worried about.
A human being that became a living black hole. That's still different. It's like saying you are a human, like the Human Torch now is not hot because he's human. He's still going to burn you if you try and touch him, but he touches you now. You get what I'm saying? Like, so he ran into the black hole and ran back out.
There's something they set a precedent for it in season 2. The Speed Force protects him from things like that.
What? There's no platform to run on.
Speed Force. No, seriously. Let me explain. If you've read the comic book, there was in Japan. Yeah, it was Japan. There was a tsunami going on. This guy ran on clouds. You know, clouds and you can't step on it because it's water and stuff. This guy, the lightning electrified it. So the excuse they can say is the Speed Force. The Speed Force allows him, like maybe aside giving him protection, gives him protection from all those stuff. So there's that. It's a comic book series and all that, so it's not meant to really have that much sense. My own day is that they should remove all the soap opera. I get, yeah,
that's the thing.
They should remove all the soap opera.
That's another thing.
I know, I get that some soap opera elements used to be in the original, in the comics and the original show, but they need to get rid of it. It ruined Arrow. I'm sorry. I used to root for Oliver and Felicity, but they made me regret it. So they made everybody regret it. They made us regret for rooting for them.
That's the thing about the CW. The CW, they don't focus a lot on like the physics of.
But the thing is that it's not CW that is running. All the reasons I get why maybe people don't like it, but like it's not exactly CW. All CW provides is budget. It's the writers that do anything, that do everything. The problem is that the CW is catered towards the age demographic of 18 to 30, mainly to the
Like, for instance, now, do you know the only superhero series, aside from the Marvel ones that are coming out, the only superhero series that I'm waiting for now is the Green Lantern Corps series that's coming out.
I'm not going to watch that yet.
I'm going to follow it dedicated.
Because the reason why I will not watch it is because they said that it's going to be connected to the movie. Captain Fallout, you can talk.
Yeah. I don't understand why you're worried about the CW's writing. Everybody, they know
not that right seat. I've made my bed with it. Like, for example, on Legends of Tomorrow, the show is crazy. It's meant to be crazy. So therefore, I don't care. I don't enjoy. I go with the flow. Like when Bibo fought the Malos. That was the funniest. That was funny. People were complaining. No, what's the meaning of this? Why is a boy fighting a demon, a monster? It's a crazy show. It's meant to be meta. So yeah, it's going to be. Since season 2, they were like, you know what? No more seriousness. Let's just go silly with it. They went silly with it. They introduced magic. Introduced John Constantine, by the way, which made the show even better. So I wouldn't like it if the Justice League Dark show that they are making, as this guy is making, takes away our John Constantine from the show, because it's not nice. And now that CW has access to Swamp Thing, yeah, by the way, he's probably going to get a season 2 on CW.
Oh no!
Yeah, you're going to be like the budget, but what about the budget?
Oh crap! Not even the budget. CW writers.
It's not CW writers. It's the same writer. See. It's the same writers that write this show. The same writers that write it's basically the same writer that write Titans. They write what you call the show? Write Doom Patrol. So there's really not much difference.
But they are not on the same network, so it only affects the way they write.
The difference is that budget. The problem is CW don't have the budget. Although now little by little, they're making you. For example, now the Flash CG has improved. You know, there used to be a time you'd be like, oh God, look at this horrible CG. It has improved. Like Bloodwalk in this season was a masterpiece. The CG they used for Crisis was beautiful. Although I did not like the final fight in the crossover, but there's that. And then you know,
the CGI for Supergirl. We talk about that one.
For Supergirl. Don't see. Be like me, watch it in high quality. Don't watch it in low quality. If you watch it in high quality, you'll never notice it.
I downloaded it in 720. Don't worry.
I watched it in 480p.
I still can't deal, man.
I watched it in 480p. That episode in total. I watched it in 480p and I deleted the episode. I went to go and look for 1080p or something. So because it was a bit clearer, all the horrible CG, I didn't see it. So I learned. So there's that as well, because you know when something is bigger and wider and clearer, you know it improves the sharpness and everything. So you don't really see the horrible CG. The horrible CG is still there, but you know stuff like that.
you're trying your hardest to sell this to me, but I don't want to buy it, guys. You're trying your hardest.
What do you want to buy?
I don't want to buy into the fact that the CW I should like start the CW again, start watching the CW again.
No. See, once you understand their demographic, you understand some basic things. You will understand that their shows are meant for kids, are meant for young adults. So, and young adults like soap operas. We may not like soap operas, but young adults like soap operas. So if they don't have that soap opera element, their demographic, the key demographic, might not watch. In fact, it's not maybe the amount. What decides whether a show is cancelled or not is the amount of key demographic is watching, and the key demographic watching the RFS shows is massive. In fact, they're always in the top 30, top 50 every night they are shown. So there's that. And Flash is one of the most watched shows anywhere. Aside the CW, when it's on Netflix, it's one of their most watched shows. And seriously, it's that popular. Because everybody's like, oh my god, the Flash. And because of the season 1 and 2, let's not really say 3, because 3 messed up the villain. It took too long to It took too long. And by the time they showed it was too late, and nobody was really interested again. Now they killed HR, so there's also that. Okay, all right. I'm grateful to you guys for joining in. Thank you for joining us for this episode. We hope to do more of this in the future. We've gone over 40 minutes now. Got close to 40 minutes. Although they gave me free extra.
Just about to mention Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol is.
Doom Patrol.
Is a crazy show. Season 2. Oh yeah, so season 2 will be out June 25th. There's a rumor going out that by October, Young Justice Season 5 will be out. They've already finished recording voices, so luckily for them, Corona will not catch them, so they will look for show the episode. Also, you should check if you've not checked out Stargirl on DC Universe and CW. Please check it out. The CG is quite good and the plot is manageable, so you won't be too angry.
You see that the selling.
I'll check them out. No?
You should check it out. It's quite good. If you compare it, so there's also that. So, but it's also a high school story. But hopefully by season 2 they will introduce Green Lantern and Flash, Garrick Flash, and they introduce him. There'll be opportunity for them to cross over with the rest. But that's you then. All right. Thank you. God bless.